Well, hello there and welcome back, you lovely lot. Today, using an array of CJP coloured acrylics, we're going to do some smoothies, guys. That's right, we're going to make some smoothies. So, everybody's doing these milk bath nails at the moment, and I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do, you know, a twist on it, something a bit different. So instead of using, you know, the flowers, so I was looking through my drawers and I thought, oh, do you know what, I've got Fimo pieces coming out my ear rolls. I've got bows, I've got butterflies, I've got feathers, I've got leaves, I've got flowers, I've got fruit, I've got Christmas. I mean, I've got Christmas Fimos. I've got, honestly, any Fimo pieces under the sun I've got. So I thought, tell you what, instead of using the flowers in a milk bath, what about making, well, at first it was going to be like a strawberry milkshake. And I thought, no, let's do smoothies. We can do loads of different fruit smoothies. So that's what we're going to do. So first of all, then we're coming in on the little finger, and I'm coming in with a Lilac Luster. Now, I don't want these colours to be perfect. I want them patchy. I want sheer bits through it. I want thicker pieces through it, you know. I want to be able to see some of the fruit through it. So I want it to look like a smoothie. So I went for grape smoothie on the little finger using Lilac Luster. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I really struggled because I'm so used to CJP and how I pick it up and how I get the ratio and how I get my beads, that using it wetter to get, you know, a patchy sort of effect, I was like, I had to keep reminding myself to pick up a wetter bead, you know, to not do it in my, I do it so automatically now because I've been using CJP for such a long time. I do it so automatic that I had to stop and think when I was picking up the beads. So what I do is I put down the bead of acrylic, so I've got apple shine on this one, then I pick up the Fimo pieces and then I'm going to push them into that wet acrylic. Now on the middle finger I'm coming in with baby G, and again I'm reminding myself to come in a little bit wetter so I can get that patchy effect. Now if I was doing this on a proper set of nails, like a natural nail, I would use the sandwich technique because I'm using the beads so wet. So I would use clear acrylic down first with the correct consistency and cap it with the correct consistency, and then what you put in between doesn't matter, you know, as long as the sandwich technique, your ratio is right on those clear bases and capping. So I'm coming in with passion fruit and some bits of cherry. I was cutting the Fimo slices. I did some in half, some in quarters. The cherries are like on a green stem, so I was cutting off the little red berries and fitting them on. Now, the good thing about Fimos as well is that the design, whatever it may be, you know, whether it's the teddy bears or whether it's the Christmas ones or the bows or the fruit, the actual design runs all the way through. So I wasn't bothered about them being too close to the edge. I actually wanted to file through some of it so that you could see part of the apple or the passion fruit or the grape, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Ara? do you understand what I'm saying? You know, don't get me wrong, I didn't put it there on purpose or anything like that. But when it comes to the Fimo pieces, I wasn't worried if I was going to file through it and lose some of that design by cutting it off. Anyway, so here we're having lemon, and I'm using soft lemon is the acrylic and then the Fimo pieces, and I cut these into quarters. And I'm going to push it into that wet acrylic. Again, I want them floating around. And you'll notice that there's not a lot near the cuticle area. There's a reason for that. But I'll come to that in a sec. So then what I'm going to do is go back to the first nail, letting the last nail set up. And I'm coming in again with wet beads. So it's exactly the same colour as what's underneath, so it's Lilac Luster in the case of the little finger here, and I'm going to use some beads that are of the right consistency so it covers up some of those fruit pieces, and some of it will be wetter, so it's like a wash over it so that the fruit pieces aren't clear. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I'm coming in and I'm basically just giving it exactly the same colour as what's underneath on top in a really small beads. I'm working in really small beads, and like I said, some of the beads will be wet, some will be of the right consistency so that I get that liquid effect swirling around those fruit pieces. That's what I'm going for. So I'm going to do that on all the nails now. I don't think I've shut up for the last 5 minutes, so I am going to let you watch for a minute and I'll come back to you in a sec. So once I'm happy with that, I will then clear cap all these nails and file and buff them off camera. Then we're going to come in and we're going to do the froth on our smoothie. So I'm coming in with, I think it's old lace, antique lace. I did just show it, yeah. I will name it below because the bar for recording like goes straight across the picture where I need it, so I can't actually read it. So I put the gel polish on a palette and I put some droplets of cuticle oil. Now I actually put a lot of cuticle oil on this, and you don't need it, right? It depends how much froth you want. I did this on purpose because the nails are short. Okay, so I mixed the cuticle oil with the gel polish and I'm just going to float it at the cuticle area, and I'm going to put it where I want it and just let it do its thing. And what it will do is actually separate and cause a bubble froth effect, which I love. So when I decided I was going to do smoothies, I knew I was going to do this. I've done a set recently actually using this technique, so I will link that above. So by using more oil, I knew that when it was in the lamp, you'll see later, so I put a lot on, but I knew that it would come off when it's been in the lamp and I wipe over it, because the oil will remove, and because there's an excess of oil, if you understand what I'm saying, it wipes away. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot on the nail, but trust me, when I finish, it won't. And I didn't want a lot. I wanted it to basically just be the top of the smoothie, and with them being short nails, I didn't want it to take over. So what I'll do is float that where I want it, then I'll go back to the little finger and manoeuvre, clean off my brush, and I go in and I put it more or less where I want it, separate it slightly, move it around till I'm perfectly happy. Then once I'm finished with that, I will pop it in the lamp and give it a full cure. See, I'm going to put a little bit there, but because it's excess oil, it wipes straight off. Leaving a little bit of froth at the top, which I loved. I absolutely love this set. It turned out ace. I was really pleased with it. So like I said, I'm going to put that in the lamp, give it full cure. Because we've used oil, we will need to wipe over that when it's done. So as you can see, that kind of takes over the nails a little bit there, and I didn't like that, but I knew it would wipe off. So I've got my top coat ready, and as a wipe off look, the excess of the oil comes away, leaving beautiful froth right at the top. Well chuffed. So what I'm going to do then is come in with tack-free top gloss from CJP. And then guys, that's the end of the video. I really do hope you've enjoyed this little nail art play today. If you have, would you please take a moment and just hit that thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, I would absolutely love it if you would. If you do recreate this set, would you tag me in? The social media accounts are all listed below. I would absolutely love that. Everything will be listed below in the description box as always. And until next time guys, bye.